Hey guys, welcome back to the Human Condition. Today we'll be talking about um, what the Umbrella Academy characters represent different brain chemicals. So I'm really excited about this one. I know you guys really seem to like the last one, so I really appreciate you guys watching that one. Thanks again for all the support. I really appreciate you guys. It really means a lot to me that you guys have been checking out my videos. So I thank you guys very much for that. I really appreciate it. But today's video is what Umbrella Academy characters represent brain chemicals. First off, I guess the first character we could talk about is Five. Five, I think, best represents norepinephrine. The reason I say this is norepinephrine is the fight or flight chemical, and it's a stress chemical. And even though he's not super stressed out, Five does tend to be really stressed most of the time in the show. You can see that he's always got to do his own way usually, and he doesn't take well to orders, and that's definitely an indicator of norepinephrine. So he's always the one doing his own thing, very kind of stressed, but in a chill way, a cool way. He would probably be norepinephrine. Because he's independent, and also another example is typically high levels of norepinephrine would make someone maybe potentially not like to take orders from other people and be their own boss. And you can tell even in the show, right, Five, when the agency tells him to do something, like the Time Bureau, he often doesn't want to do it. So and he also does his own thing. So I think this would definitely indicate the good example of what norepinephrine embodies. The next one would probably be Klaus. Klaus, like I talked about in the last video. He is, when I did what fictional characters are the embodiment of dopamine, I briefly talked about Klaus and how he's dopamine. And honestly, I think he's probably not as dopamine like I said last video. I think honestly he's probably more laid back and chilled than a typical dopamine. So I think he would probably be more of GABA, which is chill, calm, and kind of the hormone that's opposite of cortisol, like stress. Because he's really chill. He doesn't really I would say dopamine because fulfilling self desires, but dopamine also has a lot of energy. And Klaus, even though he's super chill, he's not super energetic. But he's fun loving, obviously. So I'd say he's more of a GABA because how chill he is, Allison would probably be oxytocin for sure because she's really loving, for the most part, and caring. It's just towards the end, also spoiler alert for if you haven't seen Umbrella Academy. I don't want to say anything and be oh man, he spoiled it. So it kind of spoiled some of it already. But if you haven't seen Umbrella Academy, it's a pretty fire show. If you want to check it out, highly recommend. Allison would probably be oxytocin because that's a lovey-dovey hormone. And she seems to be really caring and the sweet one of the group for the most part. So I have to say she's oxytocin probably because yeah, she's the sweet, loving, caring one of the group. I mean, they're all caring, but she's probably one of the most caring, lovey-dovey ones of the group. So I have to say that for Allison. Diego, this is the one I actually wanted to make sure he's dopamine, and the reason this is dopamine also or is impulsive, and does their own thing and wants to fulfill their own desires, And even though he's in a committed relationship, which isn't typically dopamine, with Lila, he does things in the beginning, especially season 1, he's very kind of rebellious in the group. He doesn't really listen to the others that try to get him to do things. He kind of does his own thing, kind of Five, except he's a little less calculated. He's more emotion based and based off impulse, kind of emotion feeling, rather than Five, who's more logical, stressed out based. Diego's more emotion based, which is probably more dopamine. Luther would probably be more of, I saved him till it's last because I feel like I can describe him the most, I guess. Luther would probably be more serotonin because, like, last video I talked about how, last video about How I Met Your Mother, I said Marshall would be like serotonin. Luther in the Umbrella Academies, I feel like the group, the one that really keeps the group together. He cares so much about the family. He really keeps everyone in check, I think, for the most part, even though sometimes 5 comes up with a lot of plans. Without Luther, I feel like the group wouldn't stay together. Because, like, 5 comes up with the plans, but he kind of only works with the group because he might feel like he has to, maybe, but I could be wrong. Diego kind of just wants to continue doing what he does and, like, fight crime and be a superhero like they originally were when they were younger. Allison, I think, just wants to build a family, like, oxytocin, lovey-dovey. But Luther really keeps them all together to focus on their main goal. So he definitely would be serotonin. I'm trying to think, those are mainly most brain chemicals. So I feel like, I guess, Lila would be endorphins. Lila would be endorphins because endorphins is the type of person, and the body typically. The only thing I don't know, and, like, you can correct me wrong if I'm wrong, I don't know if she's a big runner. Endorphins, I consider the embodiment of endorphins in a person would be like someone who runs a lot and who's funny, because when you run a lot, it releases endorphins. But maybe there's like a scene where she's jogging or something. I'm not sure. But Lila, for the most part, would be endorphins because they're pretty independent also, funny, and usually like runners. But if she's not a runner, it's because she's funny and she's pretty independent. So I think I know I'm missing some characters. There's so many characters in the show. So if you guys want to see a part 2, I feel bad because I feel like I'm missing some characters. But if you guys would want to see a part 2, let me know down below, because I feel like I'm definitely missing some characters, but I just can't think of certain brain chemicals to just put to them yet. But there probably definitely is that one that could represent them. So yeah, I knew you guys liked this, my last biology video with the How I Met Your Mother. So I really appreciate you guys watching that. So I knew it was like people seem to really like this. So I'll definitely do another one. So this is my other one for the biology. Also, thanks again for the liking of the potential plot holes video of the Umbrella Academy. I'm going to try to find more shows where I can try to come up with theories to figure stuff out. I feel like that'd be really engaging and pretty interesting. Pretty fun videos. So this is my what Umbrella Academy characters represent brain chemicals video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Disclaimer, as in all my videos, if I say anything controversial, I'll hurt your feelings. I'm sorry. I take it back. My next video will probably be, I think I'm going to do another unique concept video that breaks the normal routine, like the normal routine of astrology, psychology, biology, philosophy biology. That would be, what character roles does this person from this show represent? And that might be my next video, and that would probably be How I Met Your Mother again. It'd be like, eventually I'm gonna find some new shows to cycle through. So let me know down below shows that I should check out to make more interesting videos about this stuff, because I really appreciate what shows you guys like to watch. But this one would probably be character roles such as protagonist, deuteragonist, the main antagonist, overarching antagonist, overarching protagonist, all that kind of crazy lit stuff that no one thinks about. This is like, I don't know, obscure stuff. Because I think it helps add detail, maybe. I mean, maybe not. It might not. I don't know. But I thought it was kind of interesting. So I might make a video on that. Hope you guys like that. And after that will be another astrology video, so stay tuned for that. But as always, thanks again you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Like and subscribe if you want. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one.